Okay, getting a new session underway. What you're seeing here is the creation of a new character. If you did not see the last session, you definitely want to see that because the reason we have a new character is because the last one died. We have a Nord here who is... I was really hoping I would get at least one combat skill, and that did not happen. Everything that I have here is not combat related. I mean, I do have dodging, but that's not going to harm any of my enemies. Etiquette is my strongest skill right now, so I'm hoping I can use that to avoid some enemies. Stealth, we'll see how useful that is, but the real thing that I have here is illusion. Like I mentioned before, these are entirely randomly rolled skills. I used a random number generator, random.org, to just choose the skills that I will be using. And I'll also get into the special advantages and disadvantages. There's a very big one that's very important that I'm going to be showing off soon. But this is where we're starting. This is it. So this is what we get. We have no combat ability once again. The good news is we'll be able to join the Mages Guild right away. The bad news is that that's not going to be very easy, and I'll show you why. Let's get this game underway. We want to be sent to a random dungeon. I do not want to start the main quest. Okay, the game is saved. Let's just make a... yeah, start save, that's good enough. I am starving. Yeah, thanks a lot, Rauzar. Thanks a lot. And let me just adjust one of the windows here that I need to change. Okay, I should be hoping I'm good with that. This is still a little more of an art than a science. Okay, so, yes, okay, my stats are back down to normal. The big one here that we're dealing with, we see here that we have critical weakness to magic. That's not great, but it's not as common as you'd think. Low tolerance to frost, which is offset by the natural resistance that I have to frost as a Nord. Critical weakness to shock, that's going to be a problem when we meet imps. I was lucky enough to get immunity to disease. Like I said before, all of these are randomly rolled. I did not choose any of them. We have expertise in short blade and an axe, which hopefully will come up useful, maybe. I don't have any skill in them, but maybe this will help a little. The big one that we're dealing with is damage from sunlight. I have never run a character that suffers damage from sunlight ever in my life. This is going to be something quite difficult. I've never even done a vampire character. So we're going to find out what this is like, and I will only be able to travel at night. I already did a little bit of testing before the stream, and I lose about 1/4 of my life as starting out just by being outdoors for a few seconds. So that's very, very dangerous, and we will be limited for this character's lifetime only to nighttime. Ironically, I also got the where is that? I had to regenerate health during the daylight, but quite honestly, it doesn't even matter. I could have sworn that I had included that, but to be honest, it's not a benefit to me whatsoever, because if I go outdoors, then I'm going to get fried. So it was a pointless advantage to begin with. But yeah, here we are. We're going to find out what life is like for another character. Yeah, there goes my fatigue. For another character who is incapable of fighting. Thankfully, I do have some equipment to start out, so I will not be in such dire straits to begin with. And I wonder what region we came into. Sata Kalam. Okay, that's good news because that means that we're going to be in a desert region. If we had started out in the snow during the nighttime, that would have been quite dangerous for us. So, hot air in this dungeon. Okay, let's use our bedroll and set up camp because, let's see, what time is... okay, it's 1 p.m. We want to rest until evening, and then we want to find our way out of this dungeon, and hopefully we won't be attacked by any monsters. We shouldn't, because that's the way the dungeons work in Daggerfall Unity. You shouldn't be attacked by a monster. Okay, And one thing that I did notice is that this character can indeed equip plate armor and chainmail, unlike the previous character. So I do have that much going for me. It's not going to be much, but it is something. The way random starting dungeon works is that the first block that you are in should be devoid of enemies. Actually, let's check my spellbook. I have nothing in my spellbook. Roleplay Realism is supposed to give you a few spells to begin with. Maybe it's because they're not in my primaries? Oh boy, oh boy. We are immediately in trouble. We cannot fight an orc. Even though we have a weapon, it's not going to be of any use to us. So let's see if we can find some other way through our difficulties here. Okay, I'm not seeing any... Is there anything here on the map? Okay, nothing yet. We do have that way that we can go. Maybe that's what we're going to be doing. But let's try this platform. See whether that gives us anything good. Okay, no... Here's one of these lock chests. Attempt to lockpick? Okay. Well, it was worth a try. And, okay, we have a bit more equipment here. And a steel flail, which I think we're going to leave behind, because that's a lot of weight. In fact, this is more weight. Let's take the flail instead. And the more weight that I carry, the harder it's going to be to maintain my fatigue properly, because rather my speed, because of roleplay realism. I will be doing quick saves as I go along, not because... oh boy. Not because they're useful to me in any way, but because, you know, it's just like a crash insurance. So there will be quick saves as we go along. Okay, nothing in here from the looks of it. When you look at how quickly my fatigue is already dropping, that's... the hot air in this tropical dungeon will wear you down. So let's take off some of the things that we have been wearing. And yeah, we'll change out. See if that helps us. Hot air in this tropical dungeon, we'll see. Maybe, you know what? Because we're still in a risky position, I will be dropping off the steel flail. Really don't even need my weapon out, and that's not... One of the things that you have to be careful of is if you have your weapon out, then when you try to pacify an enemy, it's going to be more difficult, and we need all the pacification we can get. So... our only... we could have an opportunity to go... yeah, we'll try going up on the elevator this time. I don't think my tent is going to last more than one more use. So, hopefully we'll be finding our way out of this dungeon soon. Unfortunately, it's still locked. Okay, this is the same place we were. Pure water... for the money, if nothing else. Okay, plus 40. And it's very, very heavy, so we're not going to be able to take that with us. One of the things I specifically chose to do was give myself higher endurance for this character, because that would increase my, oh no. That would increase my stamina. Maybe I can lead these enemies. Where's that human enemy we were looking at previously? Okay, he's right here. Well, maybe that's not him. This is tense because I have Okay, orc just died, and we pick up... Okay, here we have a steel battle axe, and that's going to be marginally better than a short sword, because at least I have some... Ow! Some sort of bonus. Okay, let's see if we can bring these orcs... One thing that I can't do a lot is run right now. Okay, warrior just died. That should give us free access to the rest of this area. Hopefully the orcs won't be able to follow me this far. This might be a mulligan. This might indeed be a mulligan. I have a sort of informal rule that if I don't make it out of the... Where is... Okay. If I don't make it out of the dungeon, then I get to re-roll the character. And that may be... Where? Okay, so there's... Yeah, there's a way up there. So I did not see that door on the first pass. So we're going to give that a try, and really want to try my... Let's see if my tent works. Because I'm worried that it's going to break down once I use it again. Now that I think about it, what time is it? Probably shouldn't have done that, because this is going to degrade now. I'm going to rest a little bit. Thankfully we do have rapid healing. Okay, we have enemies near... Oh boy. This is not expected. I wonder why... You know, that camping set was probably going to break down on us anyway. So we are not really losing anything by leaving it behind. That may actually benefit us. So we're going to go up this way. And I'm surprised that that orc followed us all the way through here. Really quite surprising. Yeah, look at... I am virtually dead at this point. Virtually dead. So let's just run, see whether... Looks like we have found some kind of exit here. Yes, if I go straight forward... Exit. And, okay, it's raining. That'll... Let's see what the weather is like. Mild and rainy summer night. Burden is quite heavy. Let's put on that cloak, because otherwise I am certain, because this is a Rousar mod, we'll be certain that it's going to be very difficult for... It's going to... 8 hours. And I don't see any sort of civilization along the way. I do have a lot of the towns hidden, but if we head south, I think southwest is the best we'll be able to do. So we're just going to go along and see whether that works out for us. That's all we can do at this point. So quick save for a little bit of save insurance. Two hours and 15 minutes. The real problem that we have is that we are running out of daylight. Now, everything that I rested was necessary, but it does leave us really down to the wire. So we are battling against our own fatigue, we are battling against the sunlight, which is soon going to come out, and we're hopefully not going to battle any monsters who appear along the way. But let's begin along our journey. Okay, we've got a rock formation here, move around that. Some characters are simply condemned from the very beginning. And if that's what this character is, then we'll just have to deal with it. But, okay, we're making not bad progress right now. The real need that we have is that we have to find some kind of settlement. So we'll be looking at the horizon and seeing if, failed to avoid an encounter, this may be our death. Who is our enemy this time? Am I just going to be shot by an arrow or something? Pyramidal Handholder is back. That is Cabra. And I'm getting dizzy from the heat. Let's get rid of... How can I be getting dizzy from the heat? Welcome back, Pyramidal Handholder. And as I mentioned, we are in very, very dire... Oh, that... Wait. It looked like a dragon. Okay. Can I run? Can I... No. This is completely doomed. This run is absolutely doomed from the very beginning, so it looks like we're going to reroll. Cannot travel with enemies nearby. I can't run because that's going to tire me out way too much. I don't have any spells. Do I have any sort of potion that I spawned with of any kind? Let's take a look at that. I mean, it would be nice if I could use pure water for something like that, but that's not what it's for. I really can't. So either the tiger is going to catch up to us, we're going to die of exposure out here. This is absolutely doomed. So, oh, I'm a bit wet. Doesn't that figure? And I bet if I try putting on these cloaks again, that it's going to turn out badly for me. I don't think... I mean, I really don't have any other options. This is pretty much all I can do, so we'll just walk along and see if we find anything that can help us along our way. And if that tiger catches up to us, then it's this is the way it's going to end. I do still want to re-roll this character just for the sake of avoiding the mess of rolling a new character. It wouldn't be too hard to put him back together, it's just a matter of trying this again. So, if I do die here, that's probably what I'm going to do. Can't even see. I think... Yeah, that's him slowly stalking us. You know what, since I really have no hope at this point, I'm going to run a little bit. I know that's going to drain my fatigue a lot more than I should be doing it. But my other options are simply just to die. So, I'm dying one way or I'm dying another, but this character definitely was not meant to live. If just by luck we can get away from this... In fact, maybe I can use... Arrow is here. Welcome, Arrow. Good to see you. I'm going to see if I can lose the tiger by going along this mountain. And then using the angles, maybe it can get confused and lose track of me. Glad to see you here, Arrow. I know you wanted to see the last stream, and this is going to be at a little more reasonable time for you. Okay, it did work. We did manage to use... Okay, we need to head further. How did that happen? This was... Have I been going the wrong... Yes, I was going the wrong direction this entire time. So... If we go further south, that leaves us, again, with the... Gosh, am I going to have to sleep on the ground back in the dungeon? I think that's our only choice. I don't think we have any other option. See, that's a different option. That's an entirely different option right there. So, yeah, we're going to re-roll this character, and I'm going to... I'll see if I have the... Yeah, I do have still the file's open, so this will just take me a couple of minutes as we go through here. Twist my ankle, kill me. Absolutely. That's all that it took. So let's rebuild this character because I want to give it a little more longevity. If I can at least make it to the at least a town to begin with, that would be a little more reasonable. So we were the Doverkin, and it was etiquette, dragonish, dodging, and let me take a quick look at my reference. Stealth, streetwise swimming. I would love to roll a new character and just get this nightmare over with, but that's not going to be happening today. At least not in this immediate attempt. If I go a little further and then I can at least have some sign of progress, then sure, I could do that. Next up is running impish lockpicking. Okay, and we brought down willpower a little. We wanted to max out our intellect. Get higher agility. No, lower agility rather, higher endurance. Higher speed. Lower luck. And we'll put speed a little bit higher this time. Okay, special advantages were expertise in axe, expertise in short blade, regenerate health while immersed in water, regenerate health in light, which is not going to help us at all, rapid healing. It was rapid healing general. Yeah, I think so. Increased magery 3 times, and then immunity to disease, which is really a nice one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Before I forget. Okay, special disadvantages. Low tolerance to frost. Critical weakness to shock and to magic. No, that wasn't it. Forbidden material, iron. Damage from sunlight. Forbidden tower shield. Wait, was it forbidden tower shield? Just a sec. Yeah, forbidden tower shield, so I couldn't have used that tower shield that I picked up in the dungeon anyway. And forbidden missile weapon. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Then with that, we'll start this character over. It was illusion, riches, aristocrats, curious, illusion, scrapper, simple giants, immoral assassins, mage, nun, staying awake and alert. And we will have Ulrin Heraldson as our new test dummy. And just want to get intelligence as high as we can. Not immediately useful since we don't actually start with any spells, but will be useful once we get to a town. Stealth. Yeah, we want stealth. That's it. Not that it really helped us last time, but you know, if I were... Primero Handler says, looks like I did a little bit of unintentional trolling with my mod list. What are you referring to? What do you mean by saying that? We want to be sent to a random location, and hopefully it's not in the middle of the burning desert. Do not start the main quest. Totambu. So we are in a swamp by the coast. Ruins of Old Slectum Shack. Okay, and we will once again... We have a locked door here. And it says that I'm starving. Okay, we'll... Yeah, there's my fatigue, once again tanking. I think that's a bug. That really feels like a bug. My hope is that if I fall down here out of exhaustion, that it won't count any monsters being nearby, because there shouldn't be any monsters around here. This block should be devoid of monsters until, until we get a little farther. Cabra says, I added weather items to it because starting with a robe is neat. Somebody was downloading the whole list, and since climates and calories pops up as a requirement, they downloaded it. Didn't read what the mod was, so they got hypothermia and walled up by the first rat. Yeah. Unfortunate, but it is true that you wouldn't want to install weather items without the need of actually, the actual items themselves. So that is certainly on the user. I don't think you had any fault there. I believe that to be the case. Okay, I'm going to let myself fall down of a... Okay, good. I can. That does allow me to do so. And, okay, it's 2:30 p.m. Arrow says the classic climates and calories experience. I would honestly call it a bug that I'm starting with practically zero fatigue here. However, I'm living with the consequences. Whether it's a bug or not, I can't really prove. And I know it would be more entertaining for chat that I live with it rather than try to cheat my way through it, so we will live with it. Kara says, the mod list now reads, weather items, no settings, do not download climates and calories. And it is true, it does not need climates and calories to work. It works entirely on its own. I'm going to try resting for 2 hours and seeing if that penalizes me. Okay, if I'm lucky, I'll be able to... Okay, it is nighttime, so we really want to find our way out of here. No, I want to rest a little more. I think it's an exploit in climates and calories that if you only sleep for about 2 hours at a time, you do not suffer the fatigue debuff that you normally would. Stamina debuff, I guess you'd say. So, I am sort of gaming the system by doing this. But this is the mod that Ralzar gave us, and I am living within the confines of that mod. So, now our task is to find our way out. That's a bear. That's another bear. Will you bears please... No, this is not what we want to do. This is not a good thing that's happening here. Okay, we have more bears, and miraculously I'm dodging their attacks. Have we found the exit at all? No, we've not found any sort of exit thus far. So we're just going to go through this bear-infested cave. Arrow says, that's no fun premarital. Tell him to play Nordic Ghost with no consequences. Kavra says, is it a bug or a bold encouragement of power naps as a dungeon survival strategy? And normally you would eventually be fighting monsters of some kind that would sort of cause problems for your resting. I don't know if using a tent I don't think it would. I think that only happens outdoors. But yes, it is a valid strategy, and until Ralzar fixes it, I will be using it. I'm certain that watching videos like this, he will clue into the nature of that exploit. Okay, am I going to find... You are... What the heck? Barbarian. Okay. Can I get you... I don't think he's gonna follow me down here, so I'm gonna run for it. And if I go around this corner, I'm hoping that he won't be able to catch up to me. Or if he does, I can lead him to the bears. Oh, good. Exit. Okay. We have a much more promising start this time, and would you just look at that sky? That's amazing. Sort of want that for a wallpaper. Gotta make use of the Rousar Siesta before it gets patched out, says Cabra, and Arrow says, Barbarian doing his... Yes, he looks just like a Daedra Lord. He does. He absolutely does. I completely agree. Okay, we're not far from a road, and usually the way these work is that Hazelnut would he would design the roads so that they would be, like these joints that you see here, they would be placed where towns are. So if we are lucky, we'll be able to go east and find some kind of settlement. Even if it's just like a farmhouse or something, at least I can loiter inside until, you know, like at least have someplace safe to stay in the meantime. So, let's give it a shot, and I'll put down a quick save first before we get going. And actually, I want to put on my cloaks because that's going to be a thing that, yeah, 2 cloaks, and that should be good enough, I hope. In fact, let me... I thought there was a way to... Yes, remove... Yeah, let's put the hood on. And I'm hoping that that will reduce the heat level that our character suffers from. Okay, now that we have our quick save, let's move east and really, really hope that we find something within a reasonable amount of time. And of course, like last time, we could find a tiger that just wants to destroy us. And we will not be able to fight off a tiger, so that... Here we go. Let's find out who our enemy is this time. I said a tiger, and here we have a tiger. I really do not want to fight... Look, it's gaining on us. It is gaining. We don't even have any weapons either. Alright, we're doing this. We are fighting a tiger bear with our bare hands, with no combat ability whatsoever. Thankfully, I do not have meter monsters installed. I wanted a tiger, I got a tiger, says Cabra. I asked for it, and now I deserve it. Okay, looks like the combat... There's a combat AI that these things have that they want to strafe around when they come close to you. And it looks like that will keep us safe for now. But we're going to have quite a long ways to walk. Actually, now that I realize it, east is that way. The thing is that when fast travel ends, it disorients you. It does not send you along the same direction that you were going on before. So I will send auto walk moving. And if I understand this correctly, the tiger is not going to catch up to us because it's going to go into sort of like combat mode. Arrow says here, Nord, you should know how to fight tigers. Oh, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? I'm one of those this thing is trying to kill me. Yeah, it's trying to kill me alright. I don't think I have a choice here. Okay, we are going to walk backwards the entire time because that's what this tiger demands of us. It was trying to attack my back, but it's afraid of my front. So, you know, there's this scene in the book/movie Life of Pi, where the main character, a young boy named Pi, is stuck on a boat with a tiger for quite an extended period of time, several hours, I believe. And the only thing that he does is that he holds the oar in his hand to keep it between himself and the tiger. And that's his main stay of defending himself for the next several hours. He and the tiger are in a stalemate in this little rowboat. And that's what it feels like. That is definitely what this thing feels like. Try it, try it, try it. Go for it. You can do this. Seriously, it feels like any of these hits is just going to murder me. Do I see anything on the horizon? Horizon, horizon, please? No? Nothing? Nothing on the horizon. We're headed... Yeah, we want to go this way. This See, that mountain right there is what I used last time to get rid of the tiger that was following me before. Don't really have that luxury this time. So we are... Cover says, who will win, a tiger with no eyes or a Nord with noodles for extremities? Oh man. What are we doing out here? How did we arrive at this point? I would normally, like when it reaches such an extreme as this, I would put in normal measures, you know, like sanity measures to do this, you know, to play an actual game. But I know that this is much more entertaining for chat, and hey look, I should meditate on what I've learned about hand-to-hand. I have to say my fatigue is not looking very encouraging right now, so that's kind of a problem. Arrow says, what do you do as a child in Skyrim? Cower in the farmhouse reading books while your siblings learned how to fight snow tigers. It reminds me of Farengar in Skyrim, that everybody else is out there fighting. I like my books and my magic. Premarital Handholder says, this is what happens when you accept a bottle of skooma at a college party. I do have one of my quests, a commoner quest in Quest Pack 1, which is about fake abducting a friend as a sort of surprise for a birthday party. Actually inspired... Okay. Man, this thing is really getting too close. Getting a little too close. Move away. See, this is the genuine Daggerfall experience when people make a new character and they have 5 Longblade skill and they have an iron longsword or something, and they're simply not hitting the enemy whatsoever. And is there anything on the horizon whatsoever? It clearly hasn't had a meal in 3 days, already given up by now, says Arrow. And makes me really wish I had gone over to that mountain over there, because I don't see... I mean, you can see how far away my next landmarks are. So, here we are, walking backwards from a tiger in the middle of the night. You know, to be honest, it would have been the same if it was a giant bat. For this character, there's no difference between a rat and a tiger. Or a Daedra, for that matter. I am just as incapable as fighting any of them. Cobra says, it could be worse. Nobody's modded any copper weapons yet. And I can only assume that would give us a -20 accuracy modifier instead. Life of Pi, let's do this. Come on, Tiger. You can do this. Can I? Bronze weapons could maybe look stylish, very true, from Arrow. If I had just gone around that mountain, everything would have been solved by now. Why did I not think about that? The next time you guys are in this situation, you have to be smarter than I am. Okay, see, look how far away these things are. There's no... And look at our fatigue. I am not seeing a lot of hope for what's happening here. But we will attempt it. We'll continue on. We have not died yet, and that's the whole question that we're looking at here. Walking backwards in the rain. One thing that I have to say that I am grateful for is that you should dress lighter. How am I going to dress lighter? Should I just go naked? Okay, we'll take off the shirt, and I guess the formal cloak, and then just stay like this? Because I can't take off the shoes. Cover says, that fatigue bar says, 30 minutes of pure, unadulterated, tiger-based content to me. Darn it, sorry Arrow, that was not meant to happen. And I actually, once I I'm going to do this right now. Okay, now you're a mod, so number one, that won't be happening again. Number two, now you're the one who commands the bot, rather than being commanded by the bot yourself. I was planning on doing that previously, but that was just as good an opportunity as any. Wait, entering a town? What the heck? What's going on? What is going on? Where is my... Okay, it appears I've fallen victim to a pickpocket without even knowing. Arrow says, for the once a year I'm on Twitch at all. Okay, what? We have a town! How did I not see this town? Guards? Any guards? Any guards want to help me out? Any... No! What is going on? Not now, not now, not now. Run, 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 run. We can do anything. We can run like the wind. We can do anything we want now because we have buildings to evade around. We might actually be able to do this. Copper says the tiger was a pickpocket all along. No wonder it chased you all the way here. My goodness. This thing is just about to kill me. You know, I'm just realizing now, there are not going to be any guards around during the nighttime, so I'm hoping that this thing despawns. If this thing does not despawn, then I'll have to come out during the daytime and just allow a few guards to spawn and kill it. Or maybe I can just lose it around the buildings, but this is bad. This is really bad. This is very unfortunate. We have no combat skills to dispose of our enemy with. If you can believe it, we actually made it to a tavern. I had no idea that was going to happen. Alright, buddy. Name your price. I'm going to pay it. 24 gold. We can pay that. Okay, food? Yeah, we don't need food yet. Oh, I always love reading these food descriptions from Ralzar. Banana Malay Muffin. Baked soleil with bananas. Chicken and coconut fried rice. Mistral Banana Bunny Hash. Ralzar said that he tried to adapt each of the foods to the climate that you're in, so I'm guessing this is jungle slash swamp slash tropical. Cabra says, Weave and Bob J, Weave and Bob. Doing the best I can, and apparently it was just good enough. Arrow says, does that pickpocket event have a check to... Yes, if you have high enough pickpocketing skill, then yes, you will stop them from stealing from you. That actually happened to me in the last episode as well. Cabra says, imagine getting door camped by the tiger. The good news is that now that we have buildings to move around, we can mess with the tiger's pathing, and then we can probably get to doing some the fast travel. Once that happens, we'll be free from our enemy. Arrow says, I'll have the chicken without the coconut. I agree, I cannot eat coconut, and I don't know of anybody who actually eats coconut. To be honest, we will not be eating food right now. Did I already get the room? Okay, we have a room. So, here's the problem. We're going to be resting, actually, yes, we're going to be resting we need to rest until, what is that? 36, no. We need to rest until 6 p.m., which in this case is going to be 23 hours. We need to rest for 19 hours. This is going to be very inefficient. Nevertheless, we are getting our money's worth out of this night's stay. Whenever I stay in these inns, I always have this fear that it's going to say there are enemies nearby, because occasionally that would happen in vanilla. I mean, it would happen in some vanilla quests. And, alright, my good buddy, it is PM. Okay, food. We'll get, I don't know what baked soleil is, but my character will eat it. Okay, I'm going to save here and really, really hope that tiger is not... Okay, we appear to be in good state. Okay, we have some good view distance. Vintage market. Is the tiger gone and gone? Really hope so. Okay, first thing that would really benefit us is a horse. My character looks ridiculous. Okay, we don't have a lot that we can... Okay, 292 gold. That's not good at all. Let's see what a horse costs around here. Of course it's going to cost 4... I just realized something. Banks only open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So we're going to have to do a risky run to a bank. We're going to have to grab a tavern that's directly in front of a bank. And I'm going to have to go out in the daytime and sneak in before I start frying alive. Okay. And I can't sell my armor here. Let me see if there's a different store that's willing to do that for me. Cobra says we use copious amounts of grated coconut in our confectionery down here, but I can't imagine putting on chicken and rice. I'll have to ask Ralzar where he came up with the idea of mixing chicken with coconut, because it appears that chat is all agreed. Is this an... No, these are just animals with no further involvement. And it's amazing how Ninlan made these graphics so simple. I'm just checking if this darn tiger is still around because I'm still freaked out. Rusty Relics. Wow! A Rusty Relics pawn shop. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we do not want these Khajiit clothes. All of this stuff, we do not want any of it. Camping equipment, we'll want some new camping equipment because this is pretty damaged. Rations, we'll want new rations. But this is fantastic. We found a place to sell and we're getting fairly good quality money out of it. So, okay, we have food. I'm not even buying any weaponry because it's not going to do me any good. Cloth amulet. Okay, we have a bandage. That's important. Oil. One thing I could be doing is that I could turn on the item-based player torch. Okay, camping equipment. Okay. Well, with that, we're in not so bad shape right now. That's okay. Epoxy glue. No. We can't afford that. We can do better things worth our time. Okay. We have new camping equipment, and I was sort of hoping... Proceed further mercantile. Great job, great job. Okay, are there any more? Yes, one more. Just buy some more food. You never know when it'll be useful. Could buy a kite sheet. Did I... Hold on. Could have sworn that I chose... Yeah, I chose Tower Shield. What's... Oh, yes. I'm incapable of using iron. This is an iron shield. Yes, that's the problem here. Okay. Alright. We at least have camping equipment now, so that's something very important. Let's take a look at the other shops around town and see what else we'll be able to... In fact, do we have a... No guild halls, but that's okay. Essential tailoring. We really don't need tailor shops. A furniture shop! Would you look at that? That's rare. That's really rare. Alright, buddy. Sell me some furniture. Who's the boss around here? Invest. Sell. What am I going to sell? Are you? Deliver 30 gold pieces. Weird, this is supposed... Alright, I'll give it a try. I mean, this is supposed to say where it is because I have quest offer locations on. Gurja here in town. She will pay you. Need this white poppy. The Crow! I have found the Crow. The Crow himself. Jeez, what a weird town. That's crazy. Well, he despises my kind. Okay, whatever. Talk. Looking for Gurja. Okay, I can't talk to him because he's the quest giver. Package to Gurja. This is going to be weird, having a nocturnal character. Really hope this does not happen very often. Now that I think about it, we don't have a lot of buildings here, so if there is a... Actually, thinking about it, if the quest location is inside a residence, then the residence is going to be named... General? Yes! Okay, northeast. That is certainly a help, and that's presumably where our mark is going to be. Okay, that was northeast, right? So that means every single random little quest that I get will always be at least hostile or neutral in some way. I will never get any of the good random little quests unless I do a little duck out thing like I was talking about with the bank, because I will need to get into some kind of bank. I will need to climb into major cities because the gates will not be open to me. Man, this is going to be complicated. This is going to be kind of a mess. You are Lord Kilbar. Hello, Lord Kilbar. How are you? Looking for Gurja. Can you tell me where Gurja is? Yeah, Gurja has to be inside. Gurja. And for that, I have earned 30 gold pieces, and I am now richer than ever. Wonderful. Okay, 7 p.m. That should get us pretty far. I don't think we should have a problem getting out of town. You're kidding me. Who's my enemy? Okay, it's happening. It is actually happening. The tiger is now camping me. Cabra, this one is entirely on you. Yeah, this thing is not despawning, and like you guys were saying, it is so hungry that it is willing to camp out for a single human being for searching range. Weird. Anyway, it is willing to camp out a single human being for 24 hours at a time. Let's get out of town. Let's get the heck away from this place, because I don't think this is getting any better. The real problem is that we really need a bank so that we can buy a horse. I mean, I could try stealing a horse, but if you saw last episode, we know how stealing goes for my characters. Character... I'm gonna try to stick this way through the town. Okay, and if we move this way... I guess this is the best we can do. Thankfully, we had some food inside the tavern, so if we have to run places, it's not going to be difficult for us. And we also have some portable food with us that'll keep us running. I was thinking that tiger was not going to despawn, but oh gosh, that's a problem. That's a real problem. Thankfully, it's not an issue for us now. And what is this? Oh no, is that bandits? Yes, that's bandits. We do not want bandits. Arrived at a junction. Let's go northeast. See if we can see any settlements on the horizon. Not very likely. Yes! Wow! Maybe my eyesight is just not what it should be. Question is, are there going to be any banks? Well, we have a fighters guild. Not like they're going to let me in, but why don't we give it a try? Oh, I have 13 minutes to get there. The good news is we no longer have a tiger pursuing us. It's going to have to find some other poor human being to devour. Okay, just a little ways over here. I have learned more running. Wonderful. Okay, what do you people think about me? let's find an... Well, let's scout out this town. If we can find a bank, then we'll use that to our advantage. We'll be able to buy a horse. Odd equipment store. So it sounds like we have a general store here. One danger that we have is that during the nighttime, human and other enemies can spawn. Stomach rumbles. So we could be facing some kind of criminals during the nighttime, and that's something that we will just have to live with. Where's that shop? Okay, yeah, it was a little optimistic to hope that we would really find a bank in here. So let's take a look at the time again. That gives us 7 hours until daylight. I think that's plenty of time. I don't think that's going to be an issue. What we're going to do is that we'll stop inside a tavern. If we're really lucky, we can get to Kajajret before daylight. And I don't think that's going to be any kind of difficult task to ask for. So we'll grab some food here in the Queen's Griffin. Assuming they have... Yeah, they shouldn't close down. I think that they serve until midnight. Getting paranoid about enemies following me. Copper says, shame we didn't get Orcish and Giantish, that way we could hope to join the Fighters Guild someday. And that actually makes me wonder, there's certain skills that are different that... There's some that you can train in, but are not don't qualify you to join or rank up. I wonder if that's the case about the language skills. That's something that probably want to look at. Stuffed banana leaves, banana pilaf, curry, vichy swa, I have no idea how you say that, and spicy grilled lizard. Wonderful. We'll grab the banana leaves. Okay, let's get out of here. If I were really cautious, then I could just stay indoors until morning, and that wouldn't be a terrible idea, quite honestly, because we're halfway through the night, and we're not exactly in safe territory here, but settlements should be fairly frequent as we go along, so I'm assuming that we'll run into at least a couple of buildings, and if time goes... If time is difficult for us, then hopefully we'll find a place where we can at least loiter indoors. Find a nice table to sit down on while we wait for time to go. And looks like that's the desert line. Let's take a look. No, I was failed to avoid an encounter. Who is my enemy now? If it's that pacified sword skill, that's amazing. That's wonderful. Let's get out of here. That's a very good thing. That etiquette skill really did come in handy this time. Not like it would have been really difficult to run away because we just had some food, but that was useful. That was very useful. Finally, one of my skills is being useful to begin with. Man, this is what fast travel is going to be like all the time. We're not even going to see the roads. Then again, we are going to find paved roads later on, and that's going to make things a little easier. But, This is our new reality for this character. This is what we're stuck with. Uh-oh. Find the road. Find... Okay. Failed to avoid an encounter. Who's my enemy? Well, somebody's being a jerk, firing arrows at me. And not the arrow that we have here in chat. This arrow is much better. Cobber says, Giantish works for joining but does not get trained. Critical strike and jump and running and swimming get trained but don't work for joining. Orcish works for joining and gets trained. Wow. Thank you for looking that up. That's a good reference to have on hand. I can run a little bit because I did have some food. You do not fly like those arrows, Arrow. That feels weird to say. Okay, we are in something related to dire straits here because we lost the road due to that, Okay, another encounter. Who's our enemy? The good news is that that human enemy, because they were firing arrows at us, did not attempt to chase us very far. As a result, it was quite easy to outrun them. See a rogue. You know, if I had an axe or something of that kind, that would give me 1 additional point in damage and in accuracy, because of the expertise that I have in axe wielding. So that's maybe something to consider, but at this point, I mean, just my capabilities are so weak. Maybe I should have looked inside those temples to see if I could join one of them for the sake of doing some spell making. Okay, continue. Hopefully we'll be able to find the road around here. Stomach rumbles. Hold on, settlement? Who's... That means we can get back on the road. That's very, very good news. Probably not going to find it until I get into town. But with a new settlement, there is a chance of, number 1, a bank, number 2, a mage's guild, both of which we horrifically need right now. A bank will allow us to buy a horse, which means that we will be able to escape our enemies easily in the future. Oh man, what a mess. What are we going to do? We have to find some graveyards and start getting some loot out of them. Surprised to see the ghostly figure of a little boy standing nearby staring directly at you. He says nothing, only looking at you with hollow eyes. You take another step, and the figure vanishes. Let us never speak of this again. Nothing, absolutely nothing in this town. Terrible. Okay, what time is it? Oh wow, we're 0 out of 10 local economy. We're coming really close to daytime right now, so necessarily we're going to have to stay inside one of these taverns. So this worked out really well for us. That was a close call. If we are ever on the road during daytime, we will fry instantly. We're like a vampire with 0 powers. This is even worse than the character I rolled before. I am officially going to say it. This character is worse. It is genuinely worse. The trade-offs are not at all worth it. Alright, my good buddy. 17. Yes, we can pay that. Thankfully, we have quite a bit of money to start with. So let's rest. We'll rest 14 hours because we want to get some food beforehand. And eating takes a little bit of time. So I am going to presume that that's going to leave us right about at 6 p.m. In Daggerfall, nighttime is 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. while you're outdoors. And yes, worked out perfectly. So even though you can see a lot of ambient light around here and so on, food is getting a bit ripe. We'll keep it around just in case. Okay, we're headed eastward, and our next big obstacle is that we're going to have to climb into the walls of Kajajret. So, our hope is that we're not going to sprain our ankle while we do so, or break our back, or do other sort of some sort of horrific sort of injury. Wait, we want to go east. East, that's the way we're going. Not seeing any road here. I wonder why not. Are we even on the road? Yeah, we have to. We have to be. Weird. If I really had to, I could walk manually using a fast travel there. I can just set the location and it'll walk on its own. But I really want to use the road. Road is very, very important when you're using travel options. And I am indeed walking because we still have to conserve our stamina as we go along. Really, where's the road out of here? I'm assuming there's going to be a paved road. Yes, you can see it. You can see it on the ground there. It's so weird that it didn't let me travel along the road around here. Usually lets you do that. Okay, we'll drop the quick save. And we're moving along towards the next large city. It would be nice if I had some kind of infravision, or better yet, ultravision, but we are unfortunately a very, very human being. Really surprised there haven't been any crashes yet. Really want to give any sort of info that we can over to Cab to get that figured out. I hear my CPU going a little wild, and that's usually a red flag to me, so I'll put down the save right there. And I see the city on the horizon. You can... Wait, is there no wall around? If there's no wall, that's... Oh, there... Yeah, there's a wall. Okay, we have a Mages Guild. That's very important. And is there only one entrance to... It looks like there's only one entrance to this town. Really interesting. Haven't seen that. Okay, we're going to have to attempt this. One thing that I could do is that I could loiter until exactly when the doors open, and then I can sneak on through. But that would take, like, pinpoint, like, on the dot, waiting down to the minute. So instead, we're going to use this statue to try to bolster our way up and make it a little easier to climb. Carver says, welcome to the suburbs, and good heavens, this is... Wow, what a mess. Okay, can I climb this statue? Can I climb more? After much practice, I feel ready to advance further in climbing. Why not? Okay, now here comes the greater risk. Wow, it's like in the rain, it feels like I'm slipping. Can I find anything good to land on? Because there's a real risk here. There is a genuine risk that I'm not going to survive this. The perils of a level 1 character. However, I have to say, if this character dies now, then this is where the character ends. I'm not... Okay. Whew. I was about to say, if this character dies here, this character is definitely dead. I'm not doing this... I'm not giving him a third chance. Okay, it's still time to go to the Mages Guild, so let's do that immediately, because we will want illusion magic right now, and we have money enough to buy it as well. Let's see what's on the bulletin board. Totambu is beset by famine. Wasting food is punishable by flogging. I have a moldy orange in my backpack, and I hope nobody finds out that I'm carrying that around. That would be dangerous. You know, I can start running. That'll give me some practice for running, and since we're in town, there's no risk. Look at these buddies. These are clearly two good buddies enjoying themselves. Can't talk to these people. Strange. Maybe that's on purpose. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, Mage's Guild is right here. Arrow says he is tattling to the secret swamp halters. Makes me wonder, Kmart originally had different sprites for Redguard City Watch. And it would be cool if you brought that back. Please join? Yes! Okay, I can join. It would be really weird if I could not join. Okay. We have minor capabilities of doing things. Buy magic items, we're not doing that yet. Buy spells, sure, but we don't want to do that. Actually, that makes me wonder. Yes, that wherever you see a campfire like that in an indoor location, it's prompted to allow you to try to rest there. We need to find... You're an identifier. Yeah, that's it. We need to find the spell maker, and there better be a spell maker here, otherwise I'm in big trouble. At the very least, we have a reliable town here, so... Okay, make spells. Gonna check out Levitate because we need to get in and out of town. That's going to be essential. Levitation. Thankfully, one thing we do have is a ton of spell points. In honor of what Cabra and Arrow were talking about previously, we will have flight. Miss Cabra's message, hopefully they've invented banking in this town. And that is genuinely my hope as well, because this is dire straits here, what we're living in. We'll do boot. We'll do boot. Okay. That only cost us 60, that's wonderful. Let's do invisibility next, because we need invisibility. True. Actually, to be honest, we're not going to be fighting anything for a long time, so we can go for the cheaper version, that's true. Okay. Very, very cost efficient what we're going for here. And our icon will be the eye. That's a good one. And that only cost us 40. So we are doing great for finances so far. And my other skills are thaumaturgy. Wait. Yeah, we have thaumaturgy and illusion. I know that thaumaturgy is water breathing, whereas I think water walking is alteration. So we'll get those together just in case we end up in a dungeon where those become relevant. Put these two together because we'll never want the one without the other. And if I recall correctly, I have regenerate health in water, so that's not at all likely to be useful whatsoever, but we'll just call it Swift Swim. Nice and easy. And back to the classics. Where's the... Yes, this one. Okay, we have spells to cast and we can actually do things now, and we can get in and out of town without maiming our own bones. So, this is amazing. We are on our way up. I was certain that tiger was just going to ruin our lives, and this character was not going to have a future, but here we are. And yes, you can use fountains like that to refill your water. Very, very clever, very handy. Okay, let's find... Actually, now that I have friends, I can ask my friends where... Okay. Well, there are no banks here. Let me just double check. Okay, yeah, just to... We have no banks. That's not wonderful, but we do have invisibility now, and invisibility is very, very important. Cabra says, levitate and water walking are thaumaturgy, so you have no problem getting that sweet experience. And quite honestly, I am a little tempted to just shut myself up into a tavern and just cast and cast and cast to get better at things. But we'll keep doing adventure. And importantly, we'll probably want to look for graveyards and things like that to try to find some kind of money source. I do have persistent dungeons on, so I can't keep abusing the same graveyard over and over, but I will at least be able to rob one and then move on from there. I have 5 dungeons at a time saved. Cobra says bankless economy, and quite honestly, I guess here in the swamp, they really are in the backwoods. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the problem is. So, we don't have any graveyards listed around here. I guess that's because I have them hidden as part of the Hidden Map Locations mod, I think it's called. So we'll have to live with that, but for now we will rest inside a tavern. Not really anything else in the other... I mean, I don't have money for a horse, so there's no point in going to a general store. The only thing that really interested me was the Mages Guild. So we'll just turn in for the night, and then... Man, this is wild to think in these terms. Sort of makes me wish I had the nighttime brightness on a little higher, but I'm not going to change that now just to benefit myself. I'm going to live in these circumstances that I created, and I love the variety of these houses that they're coming out with. Really cool stuff. Okay, let's take a look inside Stomach Rumbles. Actually, now that I think about it, how are we doing on ration? 1 kilo of rations. Okay, yes, we have to look for something new right away because we're going to run out on the road, and when you start starving in climates and calories, things get very bad very fast. So, okay, that's an armor store. Dancing Chasm! We were looking for that place last time, just in a different city. Yeah, we still have time to go to a general store, so this is okay for right now. Won't be closing down for another half hour. Man, look at this stuff. Gertrude, who are you? Well, he's feeling friendly today. Gemstones. Yeah, I can run. No point in not running because we're about to go to sleep anyway. Wake up with all those aching muscles in the morning. Jewelers. This is going to be one of those useless towns, isn't it? Hoping that this thing right here is going to be a general store. Oh, this is like Inception in that part where Leonardo DiCaprio's character goes down that alleyway and it just gets inexplicably more narrow as they go along. Jewelers! It is going to be a useless town. You have got to be kidding me. That's 4 gem stores all in a row. Okay, we have 2 more down here, but... Man, can my characters really not have a lucky break anywhere? If I had been playing with Meaner Monster Zone, then that tiger would have killed me as I approached... Okay, supplies. As I approached that first town that we got into. Rusty relics, that's what I like to see. Yeah, can't even try. Parchment. And this guy has absolutely nothing. I've seen poor stores before, but this guy's worse. This guy's worse than poor. Doesn't even have anything to offer. Okay, let's check down there. This is the reason why I have one of my tags as a chill stream, because long periods are going to go by without anything happening, but we will struggle for our lives here in this awful, awful world that we've created for ourselves. We can run. She is looking for business, I suppose? Cobber says, I just checked UESP and approximating by eye. Out of 200-ish towns in Totambu, only 25 have a bank. Arrow says, Left 4 Dead 2 is making up for the stretch of nothing. I'm not expecting anyone to watch this stream dedicated. I'm totally fine that people are just like keeping it in the background while they're doing other stuff. That's more or less what I'd expect. And why is my health... Is my health dropping? What's going on? No enemies. Weird. What the heck just happened there? Yeah, I'm not expecting anyone to, Oh, boy. Yeah, we have no rations to speak of, so I'm hoping that we can get to the next town. You know, I'm going to have to eat in the nighttime and in the morning. My goodness. Alright, let's get as close to the city gate as we can. Actually, no. City gates don't matter because we can levitate out of here. $23, we can handle that. And yeah, we'll be eating the bunny hash. Okay, we want... See, normally I'd be thinking, okay, I'm going to rest for 7 hours and that'll get me there, but no, we need to rest for 19 in this case. Yeah, 19 because, yeah, we're gonna have breakfast as soon as we wake up. Everything has to be thought of backwards with this process because I'm not waking up for breakfast, I'm waking up for dinner. Okay, watch out, there's a rat there. Someone calls out in your direction and sure enough, a large rat is scurrying towards you in the night. Don't worry, I'll fight it off, says the ranger who's going to help us out. Cobra says, what do you think is going to happen first? Find a bank or run out of cash and have to run nighttime errands for the Mages Guild? I do hope to do some quests in the meantime. I'm not trying to make this a scavenger run for the bank. It's just that I really, really, really want... Like... I guess I'm headed to the next large town to try to find a bank, but I really don't want to do this for very long. I want to do something that's not just... Okay, this buddy is going to help us out. He's going to kill the rat. The knight rejoices at the rodent's death. Glad we're both doing okay, friend. And I will steal that moldy raw meat. Forget that. And this guy is a bro. Unfortunately, I have no way of seeing that he's an ally, but he is indeed an ally to our alliance. Yeah, there's nothing preventing me from taking ordinary quests from people and just being a little slower in how I do them. Okay, going to... Flight is a little expensive. Okay, we made it out. And, okay, we're headed to the next town. Where are we headed? You know what, we're going north. It looks like it's going to be a little farther. Probably not. That's probably just my eyes playing tricks on me. Cover says, rest in pizza, NPC health indicators for Linux. It is a shame. An absolute shame. But yeah, I'm going to head north because if the first town is a dud, then I have like 3 others within short distance. But if this one's a dud, then we don't have a lot more that we're going to look for here. And quite honestly, it would be nice to... It would be nice to go further north or east to get away from... Actually, now I'm thinking about it, we don't want... Sort of makes me wonder if I wanted to go to the mountains because I'm a Nord, but I really don't think so. I don't think that's a good idea. I think, if anything, we'd be heading northeast, but that's for later on, in case this character actually survives. So, for now, our plan is to go northward. And this is... Thurtrin Grange. I wonder why that's marked on my map. Anyway. Now that we have an invisibility spell, we're no longer at great peril. What the heck is this? This is a dog that sees invisibility. The good news is that I, being very smart, can dodge in between... In fact, we have a tavern right here. I can dodge in between buildings like this, and therefore lose it in the geometry. And we have a rat. And we have infighting. My characters have absolutely nothing going for them. I could have sworn that I was going to get a weapon skill, at least in minor. Minor, at least. But I have gotten nothing. Copper says, reject Alikr, embrace Hrothgaria. And that... The one thing that I'm worried about is that there's a great deal of, like, abrupt change between the climates. Like, you go half a mile, and... Okay, here we go. You go half a mile, and that already sends... Wait, hold on. This is east, so we want to go north. And all of a sudden, you're freezing to death, and when you're on the road and that's happening, that's a really bad thing. So that's the reason why I'm quite doubtful of going to the mountains, but... Okay, 8 p.m. We'll see what we encounter along the way, and hopefully we'll find a good number of settlements that allow us to stay inside. Really gotta hand it to this amazing Dynamic Skies mod. This is just so good looking. I know a lot of people like the pixelated look, and most of my graphics are pixelated, but this is just fantastic. I love it. Okay, that's a quick save. Mole and Huntsman Pub. That does not look like a residence. That can't be a res... What? I have noticed some faultiness... Residence. With the recent tavern mods that have been happening, but I don't know exactly how to describe it, because I don't know what mod is causing it. So that's something that we're really going to have to figure out. Is this northwest? Yeah, it doesn't look like we'll be making this all in one day, so... Okay, thought I heard a enemy around there, but we're okay, we're okay. Strange that the dogs seem to be able to see invisible. I wonder if that's an inherent trait that they have. I'll have to look that up in enemy expansion later. Stomach rumbles. I don't think that's something to be worried about right now. We'll keep going. We can always eat that moldy orange. That's going to be an option for us. Okay, a new settlement is coming up here. Shoes are getting worn out. Do I still have my... Yes, I have boots. Okay, good, good. See, in that junky little general store that we found, there wasn't even equipment to fix up our clothes. There was, like, nothing. This really is a desolate land that we're going through here. No lights, no motor cars, not a single luxury. Like Robinson Crusoe, it's as primitive as can be. I do have Taverns Redone installed, yeah. What time is it? We still got 6 hours. Actually, no. The Tavern's kitchens close at midnight, so I can no longer buy food from them. Shote Hall. What is with these places? Now we're coming up on 2 a.m. Probably that then it undoes some of the changes. Makes me wonder if I... So yeah, it's going to be a hard incompatibility between those two. Gonna have to choose the one or the other. That's really too bad. That's unfortunate. Where are we on this? Oh, darn it! We went off the road. That's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, I'm going to go back south. Did it even tell me there was a junction? I don't think it did. Maybe I'm misremembering. Hera says, I swear I get killed whenever I don't take the shotgun. We're south? We're south. Yeah, this is south. And let's just check how our shoes are doing. Useless. Like a good model citizen, we will leave our shoes here on the ground after we have disposed of them. And they will slowly wither away over time. And we have an encounter. Who is our enemy? I'm going to head back because we're already running a bit low on fatigue. It would benefit us to... It would benefit us to go back to the tavern and rest up for the remainder of the day. Still, we have to be running out of rations really soon, so this is a little dire. Failed to avoid an encounter here of all places. Who is my enemy? I don't see anything. Oh, the bat. Okay. Maybe not the same bat, I wonder. $18 gold. Okay, we're going to be resting for... Need to get to 16 hours, so that means in... We'll do 15. Give us time to eat dinner ahead of time. Running skill has again improved. That's good because that'll really help us out on these times when we need to run away from our enemy. Do I still even have rations? Still so, yeah. Okay, it is 6:30 p.m. Okay, I was freaked out by what I saw there, that the that it was sort of like sunset. Man, that thing's a jerk. Okay, let's get out of here. Amazing skyline, just amazing. Really should make that a wallpaper. Okay, we have to head south, and then after that there will be a branch in the road. Have to head north. That's so weird. I wonder why I didn't see that happen. maybe we'll have a little bit of advantage as we go along here from the increased light. There it is. Okay, yeah, this is the junction. So yes, there was indeed a choice here, and I just made the wrong one. I made the wrong choice. Probably going to give this about 20-ish minutes, half an hour more, and then I'll probably call it here. I do have some things that I was planning on doing, so we'll see how far we make it in the meantime. But quite honestly, this is a greater success than I expected. Not even speaking of that tiger that we saw earlier, but the fact that we had no spells, no anything to start out with, that was a real disaster. Okay, good. We're getting a skill up in illusion. An even better way than shutting ourselves into a tavern and practicing. This is much better. Really hoping we're going to find a bank soon, though. Pythosia. Cobra says, in before, this character refuses to die. I mean, at this point, we have already proven our strength to live, our will to live, because my goodness, just look at us. Just look at how everything is against us and we're still surviving. So we're doing quite well for ourselves. And I just love these blocks that Ninlan has enabled to be made with her new artwork. This is just amazing stuff. This is the start of a whole new Daggerfall. Fantastic. Okay, let's take a look at this town. And there's a store here. It's going to be a jewelry store. You just bet it's going to be a jewelry store. You just know it. Look, the sheep are out here. They don't even care. Nobody cares. Silver woodchuck. Okay, it appears that we have something resembling a functional store. I still have not fully come to believe that this is going to be my character's life, entirely nocturnal. Okay, good, rations. Very important. And my gosh, what is wrong with this guy? This is highway robbery. Absolute highway robbery. How much is this? 9 kilos. Wow, that's a lot. Fine, we'll pay it. Not willingly, but we will pay it. And we'll buy the bandage, which we need. He deserves it. I'm going to sell him moldy food, because this guy is just... I can't believe you take advantage of someone like that. Cobra says, I take your jewelry store and raise to library. Oh, man. Totambu has not been kind to us so far. And good, we have a sewing kit. That's very, very useful. And we don't need new clothes. Now, we remember what happened last time that I tried to fix my clothes inside a store, and then I ended up being executed as a result of it. What a bizarre world we have created. And just gonna buy a little more portable food. Okay. Those rations cost a lot, but it's good that we now have it guaranteed that we're going to have food that we'll eat on the road. And now that I think about it, let's stop into this tavern because the kitchen's still open. And we're going to be able to eat some food, which will help us. Banana cornbread. Doesn't that sound amazing? Banana bread, but with cornbread. Green bananas with... Okay, Ralzar. Are you kidding me, Ralzar? Green bananas with garlic. My gosh. No. We can't even talk about Banana Surprise because we have no idea what Banana Surprise is. And maybe it's better that we leave it that way if people are cooking their bananas with garlic around here. My gosh. That's a terrible thought. Let's talk about something else. These sheep are wonderful. Hero says, bananas. Right. What the heck are they cooking? Okay, we have our road here. Alright, let's be moving on. In the, Cabra says, making climates and calories is one thing, but green bananas with garlic Ralzar is truly the devil. What would green bananas and garlic taste like? I don't even want to find out. Wow. You know, if I wanted to talk about an inside joke, I would say that this is... No. This is the same tiger that was following us all the way outside that dungeon that we first came out of. And my spell points are really low. That's weird. Something's going on with my stats. I don't... This is kind of weird. I have to see about that later. We will quick save, and we're on our way. In the Pacific Islands, the people there have a lot of really fascinating kinds of tropical foods like starches, tubers that we have never heard of around here. And one of the things that they really like to make around there is boiled banana. Never tried it myself, but doesn't that sound wonderful? That sounds like a really good thing. Okay, our time right now, 1:30 p.m. Yes, we can make it. I'm quite confident that we can make it to the next town. And just out of... What do we see around here? If there's a bank here, then I would gladly take it. Metalsmith. Gear store. Lastly, we have... Nice little bridge. Okay, just general stores. Well, not very useful to us, but yeah, we have everything we need right now, so that's not something that we need. Let's move on. Okay, northwest. Really glad we managed to get the levitate spell, because climbing in and out of the towns every time was going to be a disaster. You never know when the fall damage is going to glitch out on you, and we simulate that my character lands on his head rather than on his feet. Or on his back, of course. And of course, knowing the Iliac Bay, he would slowly and painfully and gradually die, while everybody else just sort of ignores him. Frame rate is dying, and I have no idea why. Very strange. And we're back. Okay, I don't know what that was about, but we're okay. We're doing fine. And oh my gosh, what's happening? Oh no. Okay, we're almost there. This is terrifying. I could actually die right here. Yes, I could actually die right here. Look at that. Yes, I am running now because I have no other choice. Number one, for the sunlight that is rapidly coming on us. Number two, because I really want to get away from this guy. Yeah, we need to eat our food because that's going to give us some more energy that we need to run right now. We're generally going to run. We have to run. This is looking really bad. Really bad. What time is it? 5:36, okay. This is terrifying. Get me the heck out of here. What an amazing skyline. I love this. Wow, we have a mage's guild here. And these look like very much bank properties, so I think that we will have a bank on our hands. Let's just make sure that we're not... Yeah, we're doing okay on time. Man, what an adventure. Practice more in running. Fantastic. Yes, this block right here, like, this is probably going to be a bank, I'm assuming. Or if not, one of those blocks up there should be a bank. Blacksmith, Silver Griffin. Man, the sun just came out of nowhere on that one. That was something else. I was really certain that we were not going to have any difficulty getting all the way over, but that was a close one. That was really quite a close call. Okay, we're almost out of time. Just going to check if these up here are the bank. Supplies. No, darn it. Well, we have no choice. We gotta... Because we are a defective vampire, going to have to get in here. Very reasonable price. Cabra says, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. That nearly killed us this time. Scary stuff. And look at all my skills that are going up. That's awesome. We don't really need to eat food right now. We'll save our money just a little bit today. And, okay, right. I'm just going to wait one more minute just to make sure that there's no danger of me stepping out and my skin starting to peel out. Actually, let's ask these people if there are any banks in town. Southeast of here. So, in order to do this, we're going to have to wait another day. And let me guess, there are not going to be any taverns near this bank, are there? Yes, there is. Okay, good, good. So, during daylight hours, we're going to have to run over here, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. This will not be too difficult to do. I will be able to... And of course it's expensive. Yes, it is. Just to see how my gold is doing. Yeah, we're still okay on gold. And let me fix him. His name is Bush. Good heavens. An actual real sounding name. Okay, to get up at 8 a.m. I'm going to... What is 6 p.m.? That means we need 14 hours. Okay. And let me fix up my clothes while we're doing this, because we can do this in a safe place now. Thankfully. Okay. And the time is... Okay, that means 9 p.m. We're going to rest 11 hours. Yeah, okay. Actually, I'm gonna practice spells a little bit. No reason not to. Okay, and... Okay, good. We have the skill up in illusion. And if you can believe it, we actually gained a level. No reason not to max out intelligence, and then we'll move on to speed. Well, we officially have gained a level as a permadeath character. Well, actually, my other character got to level 2, so we at least had that much. Okay, folks, wish me luck. I'm about to risk my life in order to get into a bank safely. And I'm not the first person in the world to say that. Perplexing maze that only the smartest people will decipher in time. Okay, I grab the paper from him and show him with lightning precision and speed how to reach the exit from the entrance of the maze. Your total time is less than 9 seconds. He looks dumbfounded. He almost accuses you of cheating, and he maintains his dignity and pulls out some money for a reward. Arrow says, the smartest Nord ever. Okay, go right words. Okay. Borrow 5,000. Probably what? 5,000, not 50,000. Okay, withdraw. How are we doing on weight? Okay, that's not too much for us. I'm wondering if this cloud cover that we have here is helping me out with the sunlight damage, but I don't want to trust in that. It's too dangerous, I think. Am I okay? Oh, no. Okay. I wasn't watching my health very closely there, and I thought, okay, maybe I can do this, but no. That was... Okay, 8 hours more? Okay, we want to rest for... Yeah, 8 hours. That's perfect. Actually, still want to practice that illusion. Guess we can practice swimming now. Okay, and we're good. Okay, gonna need a general store now, and hopefully one that's not very expensive. We want to go cheaper than that. We have a ton of stores that we can go through here, so there's no need for us to pay more than we should. First class gear. Darn it. Historian's vestments, jewelry. Let's go north. Maybe one of these is going to be better. Not better at all. That is not at all what we want to see. Yes, okay. The horse here should be very cheap. 1,700. We have a lot more money than we need now. Good, good. Our horse today is named Samuel. That's a fairly decent name for a horse. And now we have a lot more money than I expected. Really was not planning on getting a horse for so cheap. Samuel Jackson. If you want to give him that name, well, we'll call that his non-canon additional name. Makes me wonder if I can get Mark and Recall, because teleportation, I probably can. Let's give that a try. If I can cast teleportation, that will really, really help me out a lot. It would be really nice to have some indoor place to stay. Arrow says, probably a very profane horse. We'll keep that bit in his mouth to make sure that he doesn't say anything that he shouldn't in front of the good people of Totambu, and I went completely off course here. I think that we'll grab a quest. Hopefully not one that's very far away, a dungeon quest of some kind. That way we'll have something to explore. Really wishing that I have... Maybe we'll invest in a bit of destruction magic as well. It's not that I can't cast it, it's just that I don't have hardly any ability in it. So... maybe we'll try that. At the very least, I could probably cast like a damage over time spell. And that might be enough to at least get rid of the most flimsy of enemies. Okay. Spellmaker is in here-ish? Where-ish? Buy magic items. Buy spells. Get quest. Actually, do you sell teleportation? Recall. Okay. Anchor. Wonderful. Alright, we have need of a delivery only after certain days have passed. We do not want that. Need to travel to Rarang to cast a spell to cure poison. I can't do that. Kill a rogue imp. That's in, I believe, a palace. Necromancer intervention. Tower Balked, which is 10 days travel. Not good enough. Share research. Rarimon excavation, which is 12 days to the east. How's that even possible? This region is not that big. Barton Manor. Oh, that's casting sleep. Open spell. Shuthem Pit. Okay, looks like this is the closest one we're gonna get. Travel to the Stronghold of Shut, which is 6 days travel to the east. Arrow says, we need a mod to limit the number of no... Yes, absolutely. I completely agree with that. And I think that I actually had planned for this playthrough like a limit of only doing like 3 or 5 quests taken. Maybe I broke that this time, but I will take my rule breaking to my own advantage. Okay, we have 16 days to get to the Stronghold of Shukt and kill the Pupil. Now that I think about it, this was kind of a bad idea to take a quest of killing someone without guaranteeing that I can actually kill someone. Okay, that doesn't do anything. So what we're going to do instead, plus... Okay, this is not ideal, but we're going to do a damage over time spell that's going to do... presumably it's going to do 11 damage for 5 turns, 55 damage in the best case scenario. We're not going to be able to cast it very much, but we'll be a good one. We'll do shock. I don't think many enemies will resist shock. No, frost rather. Frost. And we'll call it cold burn. Why not? And we want a sort of... Number one, we want regeneration. Very, very useful for us. We'll do that. And restore stamina, because that is a danger that we face. Heal fatigue. We'll call it the old smelling salts, taking the name from, I think it's roleplay realism. Arrow says, cold burn does frost but not fire. I demand a refund. Okay, I'm going to plant myself here in front of the Mages Guild quest person as a reminder of what we have to do now. And this is where we're going to end this session. So I thank you two for coming along, and anybody else who was in the chat and was just lurking around and watching. Thanks a lot for coming along, watching, joining. I hope that this has been at least something interesting to watch, something Daggerfall related. And now we'll actually be getting into the real adventure of the thing. Now that we are no longer in danger of dying from these ridiculous tigers who just follow us for miles and miles and miles, that will no longer be a danger for us. Now we're going to face real danger, like shapeshifters and so on. So this is where today's stream ends, and I hope you all have a fantastic night or day or wherever you are, and we will see you on the next session. So thanks a lot for coming along, and that'll be the end today.